I'll say it again. Matthew 18, verse 21, John 28, 25, 6:48. We are 2 to 3 minutes late. The goal is to start at 6:45 and be done by 7:15. This says the parable of the unmerciful servant. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times? Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. As he began the settlement, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold. I wonder if your Bible version says 10,000 denarii or something like that. Was brought to him. Since he was not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all that he had be sold to repay the debt. At this, the servant fell on his knees before him. Be patient with me, he begged, and I will pay back everything. The servant's master took pity on him, canceled the debt, and let him go. I don't even really understand that. I mean, not that technically, the servant said, I'll pay back everything, and begged him, and the master canceled the debt. I mean, the logic would indicate that the master would say, sure, go and find a way to pay back the debt. Instead, he just chose to cancel it. But they titled this, so it gives me a little clue. They titled this, The Parable of the Unmerciful Servant. Well, I could have just stopped right there, because what's he talking about?
Us?
Not who's he talking about.
Mercy? And
Yeah.
not mercy.
Well, he's actually talking about mercy. He's coloring mercy by showing his mercy. The parable is God, of course. I mean, the master is God. The unmerciful servant is us, by the way. I'm sorry. He's not even being unmerciful yet. That comes further. Now, imagine people you like. I don't know, somebody buys you flowers for the craziest things. That girl is being merciful to you because she likes you. Your friend. I mean, Trinity is always trying to be merciful to her favorite friend. Let's get her this and that. I'd be shopping for a 5th daughter if Trent had her way. Am I right? Trent's nodding. You can't hear her, but she's But, and you've all experienced mercy, have you not?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But towards each other, how has mercy flown? So, he's trying to put in perspective the mercy God's had on us to give us salvation. 10,000 bags of gold would not buy salvation. How many shells on the islands, if you lived on an island where shells were the money, would you want? I mean, I suppose over time you might get used to shells because you could buy food with it or something, but the point is, you don't want shells. I don't want shells. How much gold does God want? The streets are paved with gold. That'd be like offering God dirt. Here's some dirt. Here's 10,000 bags of dirt, God. Now, save me. I mean, it's laughable is the point. There's nothing you can offer God on earth to buy your way to heaven. You know people doing that? There are people doing that right now. They're giving money to nonprofit organizations, to charities. Why? I'm talking about people that probably are not saved. Why? What is striking their conscience to make them want to give, I've heard, upwards of billions? Are they really merciful? I get the impression mercy's far from Bill Gates or Warren Buffett or Jeff Bezos. What I do get is maybe their conscience is a little anxious about the future after death. This parable is about trying to pay $10,000 or 10,000 bags of gold. I have no idea how much money that is. I think they can. I believe they can estimate it somehow. I don't know if they. Okay, it says 10,000 talents. A talent's 20 years of a laborer's wage. So 10,000 times 20, 200,000 years of labor.
It says for me.
It doesn't matter. 200,000 years of labor is what you couldn't buy your salvation with 200,000 years of labor, all given to God. He's trying to paint a picture for us that it's impossible to pay by God's favor. Mm-hmm. So his forgiveness. Can you please go somewhere that's not so loud? If you're done, then you can come back. I literally can still hear you, you know. My youngest daughter is blowing her nose right now.
Sit up there.
Okay, let's just read the rest of it, because if you've not read this, it's very familiar for most of us. The servant's master, this is 27, the servant's master took pity on him, canceled his debt, and let him go. I wish they would have said set him free. But when the servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 silver coins. Today that'd be about $3,000, $3,000. Maybe 3,500. He grabbed him and began to choke him. Pay back what you owe me, he demanded. His fellow servant fell to his knees and begged him, be patient with me, I will pay it back. But he refused. Instead, he went off and had the man thrown into prison until he could pay the debt. When the other servants saw what had happened, they were outraged.